잘 먹습니다. 오늘 하루 화이팅! 좀 달달한 거 먹고 싶었더니 없네. 두 개로 갈라. 멋있죠?
Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, still half asleep, scrolling through your phone, and suddenly, boom. A notification pops up. Jungkook is live on Weverse. That's already enough to make ARMY lose their minds. But this time it wasn't just a casual hi. Good morning? Nope. Jungkook decided to bless us with something way more chaotic and heartwarming at the same time. A live cooking session straight from his own kitchen. Yes, you heard that right. Jungkook in his own house, making pasta like it's the most normal Sunday morning thing ever. Spoiler alert, it wasn't normal. It was iconic. If you've been in ARMY for a while, you might remember that before enlistment, Jungkook had already done a cooking live. It was cute, messy, and totally him. But this time felt different. He wasn't just experimenting. He looked more confident, like he was showing us his upgraded skills. Picture it, Jungkook in a crisp shirt, wearing a fancy bracelet, casually turning his kitchen into a mini cooking show. The camera moved around as he stirred, chopped, and plated, and ARMY couldn't stop freaking out in the comments. It felt like we were right there, sitting across the counter, watching him whip up breakfast. Jungkook kicked things off with his classic chaotic energy. He looked into the camera, all wide-eyed and innocent, and asked, "Everyone, what are you doing?" In the morning, I opened my eyes and I was hungry. Simple words, but leave it to Jungkook to make ARMY collectively melt over the most ordinary sentence. He explained that he was making pasta for breakfast, casually dropping that like it was no big deal. But let's be real, pasta for breakfast. Only Jungkook can get away with that, and somehow make it look like the most romantic, dreamy idea ever. One of the funniest parts of this love was how he kept second-guessing himself. He started chopping onions, then suddenly paused and went, "Wait, why am I cutting this? I don't even need onions." Like, Chef JK was clearly freestyling. Then he mumbled something about truffle pasta, but admitted he didn't actually have truffles. So, pasta truffle without truffle? He joked, making ARMY burst out laughing. And that's exactly what makes Jungkook so lovable. He's effortlessly real. No script, no pretenses, just him being himself in the kitchen, figuring things out in real time. As he boiled the noodles, Jungkook got all serious, reading the instructions on the packaging. "It says 13 minutes, he explained, "but when I cooked it last time, it still wasn't done after 30 minutes. He leaned over the pot with that adorable frown he does, waiting for the pasta to soften. The best part? He literally narrated every single step, like he was hosting his own Food Network show, but only for ARMY. I'll boil it roughly. I bought this recently." His voice carried that mix of concentration and mischief that kept everyone glued to their screens. Then came the classic chaotic Jungkook moment. He dropped something and went, "Wait, where is it? Too small. I used too much strength." You could practically hear ARMY across the world squealing at how cute he was being. Instead of stressing, he laughed it off and said, "It's okay. I'll eat it anyway." He even turned the camera toward the food and teased us. "Do you like pasta al dente? The smell is delicious." It was like we were not just watching, we were part of the process, cheering him on while he figured out how to make his own breakfast. At one point, Jungkook pulled out a bottle of white truffle oil and proudly showed it off. "I'll use this. It's really good," he said, like he had just discovered the secret to world peace. He admitted he probably should have boiled the pasta first, but shrugged it off in that classic Jungkook way. "It should be 17 minutes, not 13. He laughed. And let's not forget the eggs. In true Jungkook fashion, he casually cracked 2 eggs at the same time. Like, who even does that? Cool, right? He smirked, knowing full well that ARMY were losing their minds at how smooth he looked while doing it. And of course, chaos didn't stop there. Jungkook kept tasting the pasta, making little comments like, This isn't fully cooked yet. Can you see the white part? He debated adding sugar, then milk, then water. It was like watching a kid play with Legos, but the adult version him experimenting with food. Should I put sugar in pasta? He asked seriously, like it was a groundbreaking culinary debate. The way he laughed at himself made the whole live feel so raw and unfiltered, and Army couldn't stop flooding the chat with hearts and Chef JK emojis. Between stirring and tasting, Jungkook threw in some completely random conversations. Because of course he did. Out of nowhere, he asked, "Does anyone want to go running by the Han River today? It's Sunday. Should we go once?" Like, bro, we're still watching you make pasta, and now you're planning a morning jog date with us? He even joked about running in the rain, saying, "Wouldn't that be romantic?" Honestly, if Netflix doesn't give this man his own cooking meets romance reality show, they're missing out on gold. Another unexpected moment. Jungkook casually mentioned his new piercing under his lip, and then revealed he had just taken it out because it was annoying him. He laughed about how much it hurt and said, it kept bothering me. Like, sir, you can't just drop that info while stirring pasta. Army were collectively gasping and typing like crazy in the comments. This is what makes Jungkook's live so addictive. Never know if you're going to get a casual cooking demo or a sudden life update about piercings, fitness, or his plans for the day. But then came the part we all relate to, cleaning up. Jungkook sighed dramatically, saying, "This is why I don't like cooking. I like making food, but cleaning? It's so annoying." And honestly, mood, it was the most relatable chef confession ever. Army laughed, but also felt like they were hanging out with a friend who just cooked for them and was now complaining about the dishes. That cozy, casual vibe is exactly why his lives feel so intimate. It's not polished or rehearsed. It's just him being real in his own space. Beautiful about this love is how it reminded us of pre-enlistment Jungkook, but with a twist. He's older now, more grounded, but still has that same boyish charm that makes Army fall in love over and over again. Watching him make breakfast wasn't about the food. It was about the connection. His little jokes, his random tangents, his willingness to show us his imperfections. All of it created a moment that felt like we were sharing the same kitchen with him, laughing together, waiting for the pasta to boil. Of course, Army started speculating right away. Was this live just a random craving moment? Or was Jungkook hinting at something deeper? Some fans pointed out that his energy felt like he was warming up for bigger surprises, like testing the waters to reconnect with Army before a comeback. Others thought it was just Jungkook being Jungkook, spontaneous, funny, and impossibly charming. Either way, the timing felt special, like he wanted us to know he was doing well and ready to share those quiet, personal moments again. There's also the fact that Jungkook talked about running by the Han River, even mentioning rain like it was a scene from a drama. It's the kind of romantic imagery that makes Army wonder, is this just him being playful, or is he subconsciously dropping hints about new music? Jungkook has always been good at blending reality with artistry, so who knows, maybe his pasta live will end up being the inspiration for his next track. Truffle Pasta Love Story. Honestly, I'd stream it. At the end of the day, this Weverse live was so much more than just cooking. It was Jungkook showing us a slice of his real life raw, imperfect, but completely heartwarming. He wasn't performing on a stage. He was inviting us into his kitchen, letting us laugh at his clumsy cooking and swoon over his casual charm. And that's exactly why Army treasured these moments so deeply. Now, the question is, do you guys prefer rockstar Jungkook performing on stage, or Chef Jungkook making breakfast at home? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because honestly, I can't choose. This has been Just Info, and as always, we'll see you in the next update.